Greatest shows in banana ball history.
First pitch at a Firefighter sees this foul out to a fan. Another special moment for the Royals faithful. One of their team Hall of Famers. Trick play number 7 from Ryan Cox. Zachary Bridges deep out to right center. Relay from Cox and time!
Debut for the Texas Tailgaters.
We're going to showdown. Stanley right to ankle. Are you kidding me? Swing and a miss. Nails. Brady Kice, he delivers.
The count is full.
Bryson Blumer has left the yard. There is your 4th foul out to a fan tonight. And we have tied the banana ball record.
U.S. Army Sergeant.
Into right field. Lottie Godet, are you kidding me?
Stanley, history!
Jake Skull, you have just tied this ball game.
And it's scored by a fan! The Texas Tailgaters have won their first game! You have witnessed 48 hours of greatness!
We're coming off the greatest weekend in banana ball history, and tonight we bring you live banana ball on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus from Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California, home of the Los Angeles Angels. Welcome on inside with Josh Malevsky, Pico Scala. Thank you all so much for joining us in virtual Banana Land on this Big Tiger Friday, coming off the heels of 2 epic finishes between the Bananas and Firefighters last weekend in KC. We're expecting more of the same here in SoCal.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable series. The Bananas coming away with the sweep of the Firefighters in KC. Pitching and defense took center stage last weekend, but we're in a batter-friendly ballpark here in Anaheim, so I'm expecting a lot of offense as the Firefighters try and get that first win here on their 2025 campaign.
While the Nanners took both games in Kauffman Stadium, the Firefighters had the tying run on second base in both 9th innings. Let's get it on down to Jesse to kick this off.
Fans, before we get started, we're going to have a special first pitch, but tonight's first pitch will actually count in the game. So fans, please welcome Orange County resident and 2-time national champion from USC and Heisman Trophy winner, Matt Leinart. And now it's time. So on 3, I need everyone here to yell start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
You never know what you're going to see in Banana Land. Matt Leinart, the first time we ever see a first pitch that counts thrown via football, as Logan Lacey bounces one to EJ. And a couple times between the legs, behind the back flip, Bosley covering the bag. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's only the 3rd strike ever thrown on a first pitch that counts in banana ball history.
Yeah, joins a club with J.J. Falcone and Bill the Spaceman lead. And you saw the effects already with the Bananas getting ahead in the count to Logan Lacey. Felt the need to swing at the first pitch from Bosley. Grounded out now. Spence swings at the first pitch, and Lisa Alexionis, the Manhattan Beach Kid, makes a terrific diving catch in right center field.
Another look at the Superman dive and dazzling catch by the California Kid. Back home in the LA area, getting to play banana ball within an hour of his hometown for the first time in his career. Got to play banana ball in Fresno and Sacramento last year. How special it is to have him here in Anaheim. EJ, another trick play between the legs with the flip to Hosley this time.
Down to the
A
field
web gym and 2 trick plays for the Nanners. Quick work for Danny Do-It-All.
And a 1 minute and 13 second inning, tied for the 19th fastest in Banana Ball history. Wow!
Babies, we have Judson, Ellie, Maddox, Marie, Selah,
Let's
Anna,
get it on down to
and
SB.
Harvey. Because fans,
Josh, what's up? I'm in SoCal.
this is
my
the
bro
world
pals,
famous baby
Reese
race.
And Rack. The California kids, Rack for starters, man. I mean, the beach, the babes, playing in front of stars. What's it like? Now, celebrities might be watching you.
Why are you talking like that?
I'm not sure what you're. I'm California kid. So the stars though.
Honestly, man, I'm just here thankful that my family's here. That's my love the stars. That was actually sick. First pitch. I'm just happy my family's here.
Yeah, I guess that's like pretty gnarly. Now, Reese, for you, my guy, lately you've been boom bang bopping, binking those balls out of ballparks, man, which is pretty gnarly. But Kansas City, like, it wasn't so gnarly.
You sound like you've never caught a barrel in your life.
Do you think maybe being at home you might like hit a home run?
Yeah, wind is blowing out. We're just gonna try to hit a line drive and see what happens.
Guys, any notes for a guy who's like new to Cali? Anything?
You nailed it, brother. Let's go.
Pico Josh, back to you, bro.
Thanks, SB. And thank you for the time, Rack and Alexiadis. We've got the world's slowest race currently going. I think Sam should be the next extra on the Californians.
Feel like I heard that he was going to do like an X Games series out here.
Oh man, he was supposed to get here hours ago, but he hopped on the 405. Rookie mistake.
Feels like he's made for a reality show set out here.
How about the dominating finish? Ah, yes! I mean, obliterated the competition. And let's get a look at the numbers for Bradford Webb. This is his second campaign with the Firefighters.
And he's making his 5th career Banana Ball start. Last year he averaged 3 outs in 3 minutes and 41 seconds. But the interesting note on Webb, he's been handed the loss in each of his first 4 career starts. And we saw last weekend he gave up a walk-off ball for sprint following a Kyle Jackson triple, and the offense never picked him up. But for Bradford Webb, still has been phenomenal when it comes to strikeouts. It led the team a season ago.
Quick look at the Nanners starting lineup. DR Meadows, as per usual, at the top. Then Kyle Jackson and Dan Oberst. Robert Anthony Cruz cleaning it up. Reese Alexiadis, Ryan Cox, Eric Jones Jr., Bill Leroy, Jackson Olsen, and Ty Jackson to round it out.
And the interesting thing right now with the Bananas throwing up a scoreless top of the first, if DR Meadows leaves the yard, inning immediately ends. Will be in inning number 2, and the Bananas will be up 1-0 against the Firefighters.
DR hitting .343 here in his 3rd World Tour. The 2024 Banana Ball MVP. Ahead, 3 balls and a strike. Bradford Webb out of Charlotte Courthouse, Virginia. Former Texas Rangers minor leaguer. He's got the stuff to be one of the best arms in the sport. You see the live fastball right there. He thought that was strike 3. It was strike 2. And a flared single for the doctor. Boy, he wasn't busting it out of the box. Mason Maxwell had a decent chance at getting DR. Really thought that was getting caught off the bat. Ends up getting the knock nonetheless.
Good start for DR Meadows and the Savannah Bananas. Bradford Webb was trying to manifest the strikeout. It appeared against Bradford Webb, but he'll take the leadoff knock as Kyle Jackson, the team leader in WRC Plus, struts into the box.
DR taking off, perfect pitch to run on. Joe Lytle didn't have a chance on the ball in the dirt. Meadows now 10 for 11 on the tour in his stolen base attempts. Inning-winning run in scoring position. The Bananas team leader in batting average, hitting .356. The tour leader in on-base percentage, KJ, reaching at a .494 clip. He's got a 2-2 count. Nice 2-seam there from Webb.
And he's also been phenomenal when batting with guys in scoring position. 4 for 9 this season with 5 ball 4 sprints. And you see the man with a ball force sprint rate of 19.5, now running the count full.
Payoff pitch. Cranked into right field. Kyle Jackson. He's been seeing beach balls all year, and no reason for Tyler Gillum to send his center fielder home. No outs, inning-winning run now 90 feet away. And the 7-year Banana, Danny Oberst, coming to the dish. This is 3 straight games for KJ in the 2-hole. There he goes. He's going to take second without a throw. I'd be surprised if Kyle Jackson hasn't locked down the 2-hole in the order for the Nanners for the rest of the tour.
Well, I mean, you mentioned all the sparkling numbers about Kyle Jackson right now. It makes sense you want to bat your best guy in the 2-hole, but the Bananas have another very dependable bat in Dan Oberst here in the 3 spot as he sprays this one into the top deck. And it looked like a bobble up in the 3rd row. The fans unable to make a clean catch for an out.
Hey, swing and a miss. Beautiful slider there from Webb. That's a huge punch out, and Oberst with a few more words for Vincent Chapman as he heads back to the dugout. He did not like the strike 2 call.
Nice tight bender for Webb, bearing that in the zone and got Oberst to expand just a hair. Also messed with the eye level a little as well, trying to go high heater with Oberst that was fouled off before delivering that great slider.
Infield still in. And now 5 men in the infield. Mason Maxwell was sprinting in from right. He didn't even get to the infield grass in time for that first pitch. Now he's there. Robert Anthony Cruz behind 0-2. Heck of a job by Bradford Webb. Jumping ahead of fellow former minor leaguer. Gas. Misses wide. Swing and a miss. Heat right down the pipe. And Webb with 2 straight huge Ks. Now the infield can retreat.
Well, for Robert Anthony Cruz, he does lead the Bananas with 24 punch-outs now on the season. Kind of right matchup at the right time for Bradford Webb. But Reese Alexiadis has been the most consistent bat in the Bananas lineup this season. And we'll try and see if he can come through with 2 outs, but behind 0-1.
This one looped into center. Noah Bridges back a few paces. And Bradford Webb, what an escape. Inning-winning run on 3rd with no outs, 2 punch-outs and the fly-out. And we're scoreless through 1. This Firefighters team looking for their first win of the tour. And this is a year to the day that they made their debut. Feels like it was just yesterday. Let's get it on down to our fireside chatter for more.
Boys, thank you very much. I'm Zach Staten, making my debut here with the Firefighters with Coach Val Perez. All right, first of all, Coach, 1 year, how much different does this feel from the first day?
Oh, we're ready. We're ready to rock and roll. We had a good prime season. These boys prepped all the last 2 months, and they're ready to go.
All right, now I'm training to become a firefighter myself. What advice do you have for me about how to become a better part of this team?
Part of this team, you got to be fans first and entertain always.
Entertain always, fans first. Now, what kind of drills can I practice in order to be a firefighter here?
You never asked.
Oh boy.
Let's start with this.
Oh no.
Got to get your legs going. Let's go. Let's go. Come out to these stairs. Come out to the stairs. Get up. Back up. 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 Get those knees up. Get those knees up. Back down. Back down. Get those knees up. Get those knees up. Drop that pose. We got a guy in distress. We got a guy with chest pain over here. You need to carry him to victory. Let's go. Carry him to the help. Oh, no. Let's go. Let's go.
We're done.
Ain't gonna work. All right, buddy. We got a long way to go.
Boys, back up to you. I got some learning to do.
Good work, Zach. Heck of a debut. Thank you for leading the training, Val Perez. Here comes Caden Green.
Department for 35 years, making him the longest serving firefighter in the department. He has earned multiple Firefighter of the Year awards and a Medal of Valor. He represents the very best of the Anaheim Fire Department. Also joining, Captain Dennis Biggins, Deputy Chief Michael Byard, and firefighters Sebastian Acuna, Samuel Blodgett, and Alex Fuel. They are members of the Anaheim Fire Department who served in the Palisade Fires. These firefighters demonstrated unwavering commitment to safety, teamwork, and service amid rapidly evolving and hazardous conditions. They supported evacuations and partnered with Urban Search and Rescue to assess structures and confirming that no residents were left behind. Tonight, please stand as we honor the lasting impact of their efforts during this major incident. Give it up for our firefighters of the night!
What a special moment and a well-deserved standing ovation for those heroes. Danny Hosley out for a second inning of work. And Joe Lytle deep to center. D.R. Meadows eyeing it up. Backflipping, making the catch. Nailing the flip. And action on the first pitch of the inning once again.
That is light work for D.R. Meadows, now up to 79 trick plays this season. And when you give him enough time to settle under that banana ball, you know he's going to go to that signature backflip catch that he introduced in 2022.
Dakota McFadden takes a heater for strike one. By the way, when I said here comes Caden Green, I meant here comes Caden Green in 6 hitters. Just forgot the 6 hitters part. Ugly swing on the 12-6 curve from Hosley. 3-pitch mix. Fastball, the bender you just saw, and the Vulcan changeup, the best pitch in the sport. Chance for the fans. They do not make the play. We're coming off the heels of 4 foul outs to fans last Saturday in Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Tied for the banana ball record for a game with Atlanta and Miami.
Yeah, we saw 5 total in that series, and all of them went against the Firefighters as Hosley goes to the curveball and spikes that one in the dirt. Still ahead of McFadden. Hosley traditionally has served as the Bananas closer this season, but has moved into this rotation after their struggles against the Party Animals. They've lost 10 of their last 11 before beginning this Firefighter series.
Heck of a job by D-Mac from 0-2 to 3-2. Having fun against his former teammate. Payoff pitch. He gets the gas, watches it. Fire in below the knees. First ball for sprint of the night. All 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. D-Mac, he'll tell you it himself, not the fleetest of foot. And the Nanners as good at sprint defense as any team in the sport. So D-Mac content with his free base. Drew Yanesta, the designated runner, takes over for him at first. This is a golden opportunity for the fans. And it clangs off the hands. Stephen Cullen has not had a lot of success in his young banana ball career against Hosley. Behind a ball and 2 strikes. Party Animals already up 2-0 in Reno, Nevada against the Texas Tailgaters. And that one just tipped. There's the changeup. Cullen got a piece though.
Well, if I'm Danny Hosley, I know that Cullen has a long swing up the plate. I am trying to expose that going to breaking balls and hope he swings through it. We saw Cullen last year strike out in 15 of 19 games. Now he skies this one into right field, and Reese Alexianis comes away with his first trick play of the ball game. A tornado catch and a beauty from Super Reese.
I think that's the first tornado catch we've seen on a full sprint. Super Reese. Snazzy stuff in right. A web gem, now a trick play. And with 2 down, Mason Maxwell can't connect on a heater. The 2 games in KC, the top half of the Firefighters order was tremendous. The bottom half, not so much. Only 3 hits across the 2-game set from Cullen, Maxwell, Bridges, Green, and Para.
Still, Maxwell was able to do some productive things for his squad as he gives the fans another opportunity. They come up empty. Of course, had a knock, but reached base on a hit by pitch. Also produced a sac fly for his ball club.
Another 1-2. Popped in the infield. Kyle Jackson with an emphatic call. He's going behind the back, you bet. And we're going to commercial. 5 trick plays through 2 innings rather for the Nanners. They've got a chance to take a lead when we come back. And YouTube, of course, we're still with you, my friends. Heck yeah. And we're about to have a friend join us in the booth.
Jesse, I'm representing our fans
For now,
over here behind third base, out
we'll
in
let
left
Jesse
field, the best in
and
class
young prof
of
crank the sing off.
Yeah, you may have all of left field off third base, but I got all of right field in the entire upper deck and first base side. And we call this the winning section. First song. I want to hear it. Here we go.
Y'all are
Come on.
loud. The very first point of the sing-off goes to the first base side.
Game over. Next song.
Welcome back to ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. We've got a very special guest joining us in the booth. 2-time national champion, Heisman Award winner, and the man who threw a strike with a football on the first pitch that counted tonight. The most illustrious accolade you could have. Matt Leinart, thanks so much for joining us.
Have you ever seen someone throw a football as a first pitch?
No, that was a first.
I got to be honest with you. I was just praying not to bounce it, and I ended up throwing a strike, man. What an experience. The whole thing, Banana Ball, Banana Land, you guys, I met you guys yesterday, and just, you guys have been so gracious to the family. And how about this crowd, guys? It's unbelievable.
Pretty good, huh? All right, bottom of the second. Cox, Jones Jr., and Leroy due to swing it against Bradford Webb, who pulled off an impressive escape act in the first. Man on third, no outs. He got out unscathed. And a 3-0 count on Cox. It's so cool you had the family here yesterday. You got to see the guys working on their daily vitamins. And your eldest son, I think, got like an hour worth of trick play work with Dalton Malden.
He and Dalton now are best friends, apparently. But yeah, my oldest Cole was out there. You know, he's a football player, but he loved baseball growing up, and he was getting some pointers from all the guys. And he came home, he's like, yeah, you know, football doesn't work out. I think I'm gonna try out for the Bananas. So pretty cool, man.
I love it. Well, we wish him the best at SMU, but
yep.
Banana Land's waiting for him if he ever wants to become a 2-sport athlete. Nice catch on a ricochet. The fans want it for an out, but it's got to be caught straight off the bat here. Good battle between Cox and Webb. That's going to be dunked fair down the left field line. That's a classic knock for the glove magician. Over 45,000 fans on hand. Where does this atmosphere rank among all of the incredible crowds you've played in front of?
You know what? It's right up there. Actually, I played a high school football game in this stadium in 2000. They turned it into a football stadium. The field was going this way.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so unique. I mean, the energy and just the joy that all of these teams bring to the fans. And I know it's all about the fans with you guys and just in this show, but also competing at a high level. It's right up there, man. And my boys, it has been a treat for all of my kids to be able to be here and experience this.
Now, Matt, I'm curious because obviously you haven't gotten to see a large portion of this game, but you've already seen quite a plethora of trick plays. curious, is there any aspects of banana ball that you think would be great for college football or even to see in the NFL?
That's a great question. Football,
Oh no, laser beam, Liam Spence, not a traditional left fielder. Does not field it cleanly. Flash is getting the wave around. Relay from Caden Green, not in time. And that is how quickly an inning can end in banana ball. Laser beam from EJ. Flash, the son of an Olympic gold medalist, Dennis Mitchell, can fly. He goes first to home in the blink of an eye. And I'm sure we could use speed like Malachi Mitchell's got in college football or the NFL. That would play.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate it,
Matt.
man.
Maceo and the boys dancing it up in between the second and third inning here in Angel Stadium. Given the full capacity crowd here in Anaheim of over 45,000 Bananiacs and Firefighters faithful. The show they came here for. Now Corell Prime relieves Danny Hosley, the 6'5" righty, former Rockies minor leaguer. First man out of the pen.
Yeah, Primetime's on the bump for the 17th time and might get early help from the fans. No, they come up empty. Prime 2-0 this season. Quite the change of pace from Danny Hosley. Instead of seeing fastball changeup curve, the Firefighters will now deal with primarily sinkers and a tight slider from Prime with the occasional changeup.
Ball and 2 strikes on Noah Bridges. Bottom 3 in the order here for the Firefighters. Big swing and a miss. The slider for Prime was nasty last Friday night in Kauffman Stadium. Looks like the breaking ball made the trip to Southern California as well. Another slide piece. He jumps ahead of Caden Green. And now Prime bringing in Olsen, Cox, and Meadows for a boogie. A lot going on here. All right, Prime time. Heater and DR Meadows behind the back on the run. Hashtag banana ball.
That's just what you're going to get. Creative dances and unique defensive shifts. Meadows was positioned the perfect spot in shallow center field to come away with another trick play, now up to 80 this year.
And here comes Isaac Para, the smallest man on the Firefighters roster. Carried to home plate the four biggest guys on the team: Temple, D-Mac, Webb, and Ray. Isaac's the only man in the bottom 5 of this order last weekend who had multiple hits. And he got them both with his slap hitting. Starts in the right-handed batter's box and then jumps over to the left-handed box while the pitcher's in the windup. Swinging it, oh, natural. It sends his bat towards the dugout.
That definitely wasn't the slap hit he was going for.
Good thing we got the net there. And here comes the slap hit attempt, because it's in the act of a potential swing. No penalty for leaving the box. Now a slow roller. Cox between the legs, over to first in time. 2 more trick plays for the Nanners. They have 7 through 3 defensive innings. Let's get another look at number 97 on the year for the Glove Magician. Beautiful stuff. We'll get it down to Emily Cole on the field to honor our Bananas Foster family of the night.
Savannah Bananas owner, Emily Cole.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. Look around. That's enough to fill Angel Stadium 9 times with the amount of kiddos currently experiencing foster care. To raise awareness and support the community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those who are already making a difference in the foster care world while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the Lube family. In California alone, there are over 60,000 children and teens in foster care, and most of those teens will age out of foster care without any support or a job. Dorian and Joel wanted to help these teens gain skills for their future, so they created a nonprofit that would allow these teens to have workplace experiences. And that's not where their impact ends. This family also became a licensed foster family 8 years ago, and they have welcomed 19 children into their home. And their daughter and her husband have also become a licensed foster family and adopted 2 kiddos out of foster care into their family forever. Fans, please help us welcome this incredible family to the field so that we can celebrate them for all that they're doing for the foster care community here in California.
Another massive shout out to Joel and Dorian from all of us here in Banana Land. They are true superheroes in the foster care community.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, for our
We'll be back
Bananas
with
Foster
more Banana
family
Ball
of the game.
in just a minute and a half.
For more information about Bananas Foster, you can text BANANAS to 50155 or scan that QR code to show your support. Thank you.
Hello, YouTube. You know that guy on the mound. Thank you all for joining us this evening. It is a beautiful night in Anaheim, 74 degrees. We do that in Fahrenheit here in the Golden State. Banana Band blasting away. I love this stadium so much.
Don't leave me just watch.
You like that, Josh?
You have such a beautiful voice.
Thanks. Hey, we're back on ESPN Plus in 10, friends. The strongest banana in the world. Enjoying Banana Ball live on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus tonight. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Nanners up a point. Over in Reno, Nevada, the Party Animals have won the first 3 innings against the Texas Tailgaters. Both games moving quickly. And Christian Dearman, his 7th year here in Banana Land. Sophomore season with the Firefighters.
Yeah, and he's another guy who works quick on the mound for the Firefighters. For Dearman, it's all about his control. He tossed a scoreless inning last Friday, despite experiencing some tightness and cramping on the pitcher's mound, but he was really picked up by tremendous defense. The Firefighters gunned down a guy with their ball four sprint defense at second base, and Joe Lytle, his catcher, also gunned down a banana at second.
Bill Leroy, Jackson Olsen, and Ty Jackson. The bottom 3 in the order for the Nanners. 2-1 count on Leroy, who was Dearman's primary catcher for the 5.5 years Christian spent as a Savannah Banana. Maceo Harrison, the dancing first base coach, hoping to inspire another Nanners rally. Everything Dearman throws moves. Kitchen sink kind of guy. Big bender, just misses wide. And a full count to start his evening. Leroy in on the hands, deep to left. That's going to be one hop into the stands for a ground rule double. Billy Barrels was on an insane extra base hit streak to start the tour. Cooled off in that regard, but no surprise to see him with a 2-bagger here.
Well, he also just had a 7-game on base streak snapped last Saturday. Now back on for the Bananas, and even though we've seen a dip in power, he has a .467 on base percentage since the start of April for this club.
Past the dive of Para, Jackson Olsen into right center. Leroy getting the windmill. Throw from Maxwell, never had a chance. Jackie notches his 3rd walk-off of the tour, and just like that, a 1-2 punch. A double and a single, and the Nanners double their lead.
It's been a long time coming for Jackson Olsen, but he was coming off an excellent weekend in KC, now keeps it rolling.
Let's get it on back down to the field to Zach Staten.
All right, Liam Spence here with me. First of all, Liam, what's the biggest difference between Banana Ball and being an all-star at Tennessee?
Well, Tennessee was better my job, but being here in the fans-first kind of environment, I mean, look at this. This is unbelievable. Everything we do is for the fans in the stands and the fans watching back home, and we get a lot of the impact we make on people, but I promise you that they make just as big an impact on me and my teammates, and we're very fortunate.
You've been a firefighter a little longer than me. What's your biggest advice for how I can train to be a better one?
You know, just think outside the box. Whatever you can do. Sort of flip with your mind, catch it in your pocket. I don't know. You just got to think outside the box.
Flip with the mic. All right, hold on. All right, I got it. All right, you're about to bat here. Let's get you started getting ready. In a few seconds or less here, tell me what's your mindset. Can you get that first home run of the Firefighter season?
You know what? I think right now would be a great time for the first home runs. So for you, Zach, I might just do that.
Oh, he's going to do it for me, boys. He's going to do it for me. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Zach. That's really kind of Liam. The pride of Geelong, Australia. Yes, he has a more tenured.
I've heard the hat backwards
more
works,
tenured firefighter
just not for
career
me at all. All right, third
guy
couple.
Zach Staten down there, but that's
Keith.
only by 2
Keith,
games.
well, first of all, how old are you?
71.
71.
Let's finish up the kiss-off.
Okay.
We'll toss it
And
to
your
Jesse.
name?
Michelle.
Michelle. And how long have you guys been married?
40 years.
40 years. All right, let's see what you have. Oh, what's happening down in this? Oh, okay. What? There's still, I'm being showed away. Okay. All right, enough. I don't think this is even a contest. Is it our couple of 1 year? Nope. Is it our couple of 21 years? Are they still, what is happening? There isn't our couple of 40 years right here. And that is how it's done. Thank you for spreading the love. We have a lot of work to do if you're in a relationship right now. Wow.
Oh, impressive stuff.
Now
They're top of the order for the
11.
Firefighters. Down a couple points. Prime earned the Nanners' second point with a 1-2-3 top of the third, and then Leroy double, Olsen single, just like that. The Bananas up 2-0. Logan Lacey, Liam Spence fresh off the mic, and Dalton Cornett. And they will all have to wait for Vincent Chapman to do his thing for the fine folks here in the A. I think he's known more for his umpiring or his dancing.
Dancing, easily.
Right. Just happens to be doing it as an umpire. That's kind of the whole thing there. The way that guy moves, special stuff. Logan Lacey grounded out his first time, even with that. Still 5 for 11 on the tour with a couple doubles.
He's picked up right where he left off in 2024 after posting a 176 WRC plus mark, and in 19 games he's amassed over 1 offensive wins for his team.
Is that good?
And it's a big reason why you see him at the top of the lineup. It is indeed very good, my friend.
Both those numbers are mind-boggling for anybody who's not fully certain of what WRC plus and offensive wins created is. DR Meadows, he told Josh and I in the dugout before the game he was going to break out the barehanded backflip catch soon. We didn't know it would be tonight. Just clangs it off the heel of his left hand.
I mean, honestly, that's the perfect time to attempt that trick play. Your team is up 2 points in the ball game. You can only lose 1 at most in this inning. And you got a lazy pop into center field with no one on base. And now DR, it looks like he's going to get picked up by his defense. Nearly a double play, but Olsen tries to go under the legs and pulls Eric Jones Jr. off the first base bag.
You can't assume a double play, even though, of course, if Jackie turns it the traditional way, it would have been an easy twin killing for the Nanners. So no trick play missed for Olsen. Instead, just a 5-4 fielder's choice if you're scoring at home. Backdoor slider. World Prime jumps ahead of Cornett. Another chance for the fans. Into the second deck. Caught on a bobble, but not a clean snag. Vincent Chapman tells them, that was bobbled, sir.
I think the Firefighters continue to flirt with the crowd here in Angel Stadium. They've come awfully close tonight. Just got to make sure they only have one hand or one glove wind up making the clean catches. That one laced to the Bananas dugout.
Look out, Eric Fox. Bananas assistant coach. That thing went right over the noggin. Cornett, just like Lacey, grounded out to first his first time. 3 for 7 on the tour, though. Another opportunity for the folks in the stands. Not caught. Cornett rocking a 12-game hitting streak. Going back to his final 10 games of 2024 with the Party Animals and his first 2 so far with the Firefighters.
Well, he's a career .309 batter in his banana ball career, and he has more ball force sprints than he does strikeouts. So also a guy who just has an elite on-base ability, as Prime is able to snag this one off the pitcher's mound. Thinks for a second about trying to get the lead out at second base, but instead opts to flip over to first.
Another look at the trick play from Prime, and now Nanners head coach Tyler Gillum announcing that Dakota Stiltz-Albritton is coming out of the pen here in the top of the 4th. Rocking some new specs. think those are the fancy jobbers that you can record video with. Kind of smells like we're going to get a Dakota Stilts Albritton POV from the center of Angel Stadium coming on the social meteors here in the near future.
And Stilts trying to get to 8 innings pitched here in 2025. This is the 22nd appearance he makes for the Savannah Bananas. And the last time we saw him on the mound, he induced a fly ball into left field that wound up becoming a rack flip for Robert Anthony Cruz.
Joe Lytle, one of the 2 players in Banana Ball history that has ever homered off of stilts. He did it in Las Vegas in 2023. And he's got the POV camera on his helmet. The battle of POV cameras. And Lytle's victorious. What a piece of hitting. Sends that one down the left field line. Cornett's going to score easily. Lytle thinking about 3 will slam the brakes after rounding second. He'll be content with his team leading third ribeye in as many games played. And the Firefighters have a chance to earn their first point of the night.
Now it's 3 straight games for Joe Lytle to open up his 2025 season where he collects a run batted in for his squad. Impressive piece of hitting as he really stayed back on that pitch from Albritton and didn't try and do too much with it, just opting to slap that into left field. And now the Firefighters get to celebrate for the first time tonight.
Liam Spence, the man who scored from second. I beg your pardon, he gets to climb the ladder. And now an 0-1 count on Dakota McFadden. Battle between 2 guys who go back to the One City World Tour in 2021. D-Mac was the first player selected for that first professional Savannah Bananas team. Dakota Albritton was at that tryout as well. Most likely was not going to make the team until he broke out the stilts and showed us that he could hit on them. Blew everybody's mind, including mine, who were in attendance. 3 balls and a strike now on Big Diesel. And that's going to be a rare sprint given up by Stilts. Lytle scores easily from second. D-Mac his second free pass of the ball game, once again content with 1 base as all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to toss the ball around before it's live.
Nesta now will come in as the designated runner for the 2nd time in this ball game, running for McFadden. And for the Firefighters, despite being up 2 runs, the most they can net in this ball game is 1 point as Ryan Cox tries for a trick play through the legs and comes up empty. That one dribbles into left field, and Cullen extends this 2-out rally for the Firefighters.
He was thinking about the trick play, never got a hold of the banana ball, which is a key part of that process. Ball and no strikes on Mason Maxwell, who gets his first career plate appearance against the tallest athlete in the world. Can the fans get Stilts out of it? No. That ball demolished dead center. Meadows on his horse, isn't gonna get there. 1 hop over the wall. Lucky bounce for the Bananas. Ynesta scores easily, but Cullen's gonna have to go back to third. Mason Maxwell showing off the juice. It's a 3-run inning now for the Firefighters.
Maxwell had 24 career homers across 5 collegiate seasons, a guy with the power to get one out of Angel Stadium, and flirted with that center field wall at 396, and still Firefighters going to take a 3rd run here in the 4th.
Of course, that one unearned on Albritton, with the inning being extended by the trick play missed. The fans make the snag. They sit down Noah Bridges. Nice grab by that guy. But a 3 spot for the Firefighters. They've got a golden opportunity to earn their first point of the game in the bottom of the fourth. Poor Noah Bridges. Guy cannot catch a break. All right. Good job, Firefighters. Rare you see a rally like that against Dakota Auburn. We're hey babying here in Angel Stadium on YouTube. And we'll let the man in the yellow tux talk us through it.
Get those arms waving. Keep it going. Get those hands up. Now we shuffle aside. You guys are bringing it. Keep it clapping. Now let me hear you sing it. Here we go. One more time.
While the Firefighters and Bananas battle here in Anaheim, the Party Animals and Tailgaters currently dueling it out in Reno, Nevada. Party Animals victorious last night, 5-1 win. First blowout between those two squads, and they're currently up 4-0 in the fifth, but the Tailgaters have a run, so a chance to earn their first point of the ballgame. And here's Ty Jackson.
Number 7, tied to fly.
What about Malachi Mitchell?
Jackson.
You want to talk about the ultimate hype guy? That's the kind of cat you want in your corner.
Well, when you think about the spark plugs in the Bananas clubhouse, night in and night out, Ty Jackson and Malachi Mitchell are certainly two of those guys. And you already see Ty barking back at Malachi Mitchell, fired up to do battle against a former teammate of his and Nolan Daniel when these guys were collegiate Bananas.
Summers of 2021 and 22. Ty Jackson holding down the 10 hole. So at the top, DR and KJ do to swing it. Nice slider there from Daniel. Doesn't get the call from Vincent Chapman. No, primarily sinker slider. Goof around with a circle change, but mostly reserves that for left-handed hitters. And nice play by Daniel to knock it down. Underhand flip as Ty brings his bat to 90 feet and is retired to start the last of the fourth.
Well, it wasn't a play as smooth as what we saw for Correll Prime, but Daniel able to get glove on Banana Ball, knock it down, and kind of surprised he didn't try for the trick play just for bragging rights against Ty.
Look out! Another former collegiate Bananas teammate of Nolan gets a slider behind the helmet. No, says my bad. DR and Daniel only shared the summer of 2022 together. That is a high strike. And no! How about the hands? Another fine play on the pitcher's mound.
Well, usually when pitchers are doing it all themselves, you would think that they're racking up strikeouts on the mound. Nolan Daniel flashing the leather here in the bottom of the fourth. got the ground ball that he got glove on, and now snares the liner from Meadows, who almost, looks like he almost chucked his bat at No-No.
Now Kyle Jackson. This is how deceptive that sinker can be. KJ can't believe he offered up at it. And there's the changeup, normally only thrown to lefties from Nolan Daniel.
Well, that sinker from Daniel is definitely his big out pitch, and it's what helped him compile a 1.99 earned run average across 63 and a third innings as a collegiate Banana. Really, he's just trying to regain the control he had during that time from 2020 to 2022.
Full count now. And that one just misses. KJ got one of the best eyes in Banana Land. He's testing the Firefighter sprint defense. Bang, bang, play at second. He's in just ahead of the tag of left fielder Liam Spence. The seventh and final Firefighter behind the pitcher and catcher who had to touch that ball before it was live.
Well, we mentioned Ty Jackson, Malachi Mitchell, spark plugs for the Bananas. So is Kyle Jackson. He just exudes confidence right now, knows that he is a game-changing player in this lineup, and that's why you saw the aggression as he was able to get into scoring position with 2 outs.
There he goes for third. No throw. Joe Lytle didn't get a clean handle on the ball. KJ now a perfect 4 for 4 on his stolen base attempts on the tour. And a squibber, 2-1 count. KJ starting to dance towards home. Another former collegiate Bananas teammate of Daniel. Shared the 2020 and 21 summers together, and Dan gets the hands in. Nice stab, Logan Lacey. 360 high throw, Cullen able to handle it. And Daniel earns the first point of the night for the Firefighters. It's a 2-1 game. What a stab by Logan Lacey. Impressive stuff. Took it down to the young
inspiration
professor.
To Disney, and that's what this game is all about right now, because I've got 3 guys down here who are here with their wives. I've got Matt, Cameron, and JP, and they're going to participate in what's called the Glass Slipper Challenge. When I say go, they're going to have to start running the bases. When they get to second base, I hope you paid attention to what your wives were wearing on their feet earlier today, because you have to grab her shoes, both of them, get all the way out there, put their shoes on their feet, and then carry them home like the Prince Charmings that you are. Gentlemen, are we ready? Then get in the starting positions. On your marks, get set, go! Get to second base, gotta get those shoes. All right, they're off. JP is in the lead. Now, hopefully they know what shoes belong to their wives. They're scrambling. They gotta get both shoes. They don't know. They were not paying attention to their wives' shoes. This is where things get interesting. All right, Matt's in the lead. He says he's got it. That's one blue Van shoe, which does not slip on easily. Oh, he's got one. Where's the other one? That doesn't count. You didn't get both shoes. Erroneous. That's not gonna count. That's not both shoes. They're just doing whatever the heck they want out here. Not much of a Prince Charming, but ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Glass Slipper Challenge.
All right. Josh, your thoughts?
Bigo, why do people with a foot fetish never win anything?
I don't know.
They like the taste of defeat.
Oh, another former collegiate Nanner takes the mound. Here in the A, Jared Donaldson. Third man out of the pen for the Bananas.
2 wins and 2 losses this season for Jared Donaldson. He pitched last Friday against the Firefighters, and the Bananas collected 5 trick plays behind him. He's hoping for more of the same, and he's also going to see if he can collect the strikeout against Caden Green, tonight's Dunkin' Donuts batter of the night.
Now, I'm going to sound like a broken record here. We got another battle between former collegiate Bananas teammates. Gift that keeps on giving. Donaldson and Green, both summer of 2022 Pettit Cup champions. There's the famous splitter from the D2 All-American. And Peanut behind him at short for the first half of his collegiate summer in Savannah. Now Caden Green trying to get a knock. It's the 2022 Peach Belt Pitcher of the Year. High chopper foul.
I think the bat's going to be a little bit of a development for Caden Green in his rookie banana ball campaign, but what we do know is he plays great defense and even drew compliments from one of the Bananas co-captains, Bill Leroy, for his work last weekend.
Mile high. Still only one foul out to a fan so far tonight. That's what ended the top of the fourth. Fans want free donuts. Donnie can give it to him, but Peanut is a tough guy to strike out. Guy who hit .342 last summer in the Pioneer League. And that one, Donnie not able to grab behind the back. And Olsen, no play. Caden Green runs like the very wind itself. Only struck out 16 times last summer compared to 25 walks earned. And showing off how pesky he could be there. Just putting the ball in play, good things will happen for you.
And the pitchers are getting a lot of action in tonight's ball game. Donnie should expect balls on the ground with that splitter that he commands. Of course. And unfortunately couldn't come away with what would have been a pretty incredible trick play at the same time as now we see Isaac Parra trying the slap hitting technique in that left-handed batter's box.
Splitter floats in there, 1-2 count. What a hard-earned first career Firefighters hit for Peanut. And this one past the dive of Donaldson. Cox has the play. He can't make it. He never had a chance. Even if he barehanded that cleanly, Parra was going to reach. That is his third hit in 3 games. None of them have left the infield.
Well, at some point, I think you're going to see an adjustment made from Bananas infielders. That is a really tough play to have to make nearly a carbon copy of what we just saw when Caden Green was able to get one past Donaldson's glove.
Well, heck of a job by the guys in the 9 and 10 holes. 2 cats at the bottom of the order reach. Now the best hitter on the team has a chance. Try and make it back-to-back innings with runs for the Firefighters. And you need runs to score points in banana ball. Logan Lacey, tempting fate once again. Not caught. Spat out to fans 2 straight games. Not happening here. Cox between the leg transfer. Olsen at second, twists it. Nice scoop by EJ over at first. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Donnie.
Routine double play ball. It got scary for a second as Cox had a double clutch before tossing that one over to Jackson Olsen. But the Bananas turn 2, and now Donaldson will try and leave Caden Green stranded at third as he does battle against Liam Spence.
Splitter in the dirt. Leroy smothers it. Spence, former Chicago Cubs minor leaguer. 3 years in the organization. 1 year in the American Association Independent Professional Baseball. Now finds himself in Banana Land. 3-1 is fouled back. Oh, nearly clips our high home camera. Look out, Peach. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Donaldson goes to the splitter. It is pure filth. And he escapes the jam. Robert Anthony Cruz is going to be leading off the bottom of the 5th inning. 4, 5, and 6 due to swing it for the Nanners as they try to extend their lead. Hello, YouTube. Fired up for those kids, a little free merchandise. Good ball game brewing in Anaheim. That's what I'm talking about. See what's going on in Reno. Hey, Tailgaters got a point. 4-1 lead. Welcome back to Banana Ball Live on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. Super Reese Alexiadis, the California kid, pulling off the tornado catch. DR Meadows, his buddy in center. Full sprint behind the back. And Joe Lytle getting it done against Dakota Stilts All-Britain. Part of a 3-run top of the 4th inning. Firefighters turned it into a point. And the twin killing with a trick play for Ryan Cox, his 98th of the tour. Helped Jared Donaldson escape a 2-man on, no out pickle. He ended up stranding Caden Green on 3rd. Now we get to see another battle between former minor leaguers, Ben Dumm, the submariner, in for the Firefighters. And as promised, Robert Anthony Cruz leading off the bottom of the 5th. Long run for Logan Lacey, jumping over the tarp. Are you kidding me? Logan Lacey, the gift that keeps on giving. He's ridiculous.
Robert Anthony Cruz is in disbelief right now. He cannot believe the range from Logan Lacey to go all the way towards that tarp, towards 3rd base, and make a leaping grab. All of the Firefighters knew it as well. It's just another highlight for one of the great players on this Firefighter squad.
Reese Alexiadis giving Lacey an opportunity. 360 behind the backsit, but it's a foul ball. Ends up bouncing out of the mitt. I mean, the guy's ridiculous. He's a Paul Bunyan-esque folk hero in our young sports history. He tries to pull that off, which he has done a handful of times already, obviously, across his young 22-game Banana Ball career.
I mean, some people are trying to call him Showtime on the field of play, but really he's more like the electrician for the Firefighters. A guy with a ton of energy and also a former city worker, so it all kind of makes sense as Reese Alexiadis collects a base knock to left field.
Yeah, legally not a full-blown electrician, but was doing low-voltage work at his hometown of Tallahassee, Florida. Working on Wi-Fi, phone lines, fiber. That was his gig between playing for Florida State and playing for the Firefighters. It's a classic path, really.
And then he came right back from that job to play in the Banana Ball All-Star Game and homered in his first at-bat.
For his first career walk-off, in the first game he could ever have a walk-off.
Truly Paul Bunyan-esque,
yeah,
like you said.
It was the first game he was ever on the home team. It just doesn't make sense. Alexiadis off for second. He's going to have to retreat. Liam Spence sizing this up. There's out number 2. Now Eric Jones Jr. Former Twins and Mariners minor leaguer at the plate. Former Twins and Braves minor leaguer on the mound. And Alexiadis swipes second. Dalton Cornett didn't receive the pitch cleanly. Alexiadis now 6 for 7. EJ to the freeway. Eric Jones Jr. off the wall. And plenty of time for Alexiadis to score from second. 2-out magic for the Nanners. Jones Jr. makes it a 3-1 lead.
And now extends a 6-game on base streak for the Bananas. Picks up his 5th run batted in that span as he get one more look at the barrel out to deep left field.
Let's get it on down to the field for some Pirates of the Caribbean.
The exact opposite of Banana Land, and this one is called Pirates of the Caribbean. Because we've got 3 contestants here. We've got Brian, Andrew, and Joey. And when I say go, they're going to run around the bases doing their best Jack Sparrow run. But while they're running out there, since they're Pirates, they're going to be getting absolutely decimated with water balloons from our players. They have to make it all the way back. Whoever is the winner gets to pie the other two Pirates. All right, gentlemen, are we ready? Getting your best Jack Sparrow stances, and on your marks, get set, go! Oh, there they go. Where is the rum? I think they found it earlier. All right, here come the water balloons. It's a race. There they go. And the Bananas are launching water balloons at them. Don't drop the pies, boys. Don't drop the pies. Joey is in the lead. He just got nailed. He just got smoked by that water balloon. Joey is making his way. He's going to be the first Jack Sparrow across. So that means Andrew and Brian, this is where the name comes from. This is Pirates of the Caribbean. Here come the pies. In 3, 2, 1, Pirates of the Caribbean, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I don't know where those rapscallions learned how to do the Jack Sparrow run. They definitely had their sea legs, but I don't think that was a run. It's like slow motion.
Like, obviously it was so bad that they had to get pied for it.
Pirates of the Caribbean, you get it, folks? Jared Donaldson out for a second inning of work. Heart of the order here for the Firefighters, 3, 4, and 5. Cornette, Lytle, and McFadden. And Dalton Cornette digs it out. Deep to right, Super Reese, the tornado catch! What a night for the pride of Manhattan Beach, California. He's putting on a show here in Anaheim.
Twice as nice for Reese. Alexiadis starting to really find his form for the Bananas back in his home state. He's truly done it all for them so far in this ballgame with the knock, 2 trick plays, even a stolen base.
Early front runner for showman of the night. We've still got almost 4 full innings to play. And Joe Lytle, high and deep to right, not deep enough. Another chance for Super Reese. He's tipping it up. And D.R. Meadows hauling it in the cap. A double trick play.
And now the Bananas have 12 trick plays in this ball game tonight. Alexiadis with the tip. Meadows using something rather than his glove or a bare hand to seal a double trick play there. That is the key for the doctor in being able to make that a dual trick play.
Now DR and Reese both have 3 trick plays on the night, so they've got half Bananas' dozen trick play total on the evening. So rare to see outfielders dominate in the trick play department like they have been able to do, especially DR Meadows this year. He's up to 81 trick plays on the tour, second most overall. It's an insane pace.
Well, we talk so much about the prolific abilities of Meadows in center field, but we can't forget that Alexiadis is the fastest man to 50 trick plays as an outfielder, and Jared Donaldson just picked up a 1 minute and 48 second inning with another punch out.
5 straight retired for Donnie. Billy Barrels is going to be leading off the bottom of the 6th when we return. And we never leave you here on YouTube. Never, ever. Always love seeing all our first responders, school teachers getting the shout outs. Great looks in the chat. Welcome back to Banana Ball Live on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. We still have a couple cabins left for Banana Land at Sea Round 2 Electric Boogaloo, February 9th through the 13th of 2026, going from Tampa to Cozumel, Mexico. It is going to be one of the greatest weeks of your life if you are on that ship with myself, Josh Talevsky, and the rest of our cast and crew and all 6 Banana Ball teams.
Yeah, it's going to be a super exciting time, not only to have the 4 teams we're seeing here in 2025, but the 2 new teams that will be added come time for the Banana Ball Championship League in 2026.
I mean, I had 5 of the best days of my life at sea last October on our first voyage out into the ocean, and I was technically working.
I had 6 of the best days of my life, but that's just because I had a good day after I got off the ship, too.
Oh, that's good for you, man. Had a pretty good one back on land as well. Great Sunday before going out to sea.
Okay, I had 7. I'm sorry, I miscounted.
I mean, I had 8. Miami on October 12th was a blast, too. Chopper up the middle. Tough hop for Caden Green. That took a funky bounce. And the Firefighters, normally sure-handed shortstop, not able to adjust on that ball, stung by Leroy, who is 2 for 2 on the night. And Malachi Mitchell immediately pinch running for him. Flash scored the inning-winning run back in the 2nd. Pinch running for Ryan Cox as the designated runner. He can pinch run 1 time every trip through the order. This, of course, is round 2 through the lineup for the Nanners, and Ben Dumb getting himself a little 6-2-2 second pitch to the 2nd batter of the 6th inning. It's going to be a little stop, drop, and roll. Poked the other way, Jackson Olsen. It's going to be an under-the-leg catch, Liam Spence. Way to put the cherry on top of a wild play from start to finish.
Well, you see Spence pointing up to the heavens, ecstatic to come away with the 2nd trick play of his Banana Ball career, especially after the misplay we saw in the 2nd against Eric Jones Jr. That is a big pick-me-up for the rookie.
Peter just misses up to Ty Jackson. And this one a mile high in the infield. Cornette making the call, throwing away the mask. As the Banana Ball flash was at 2nd, that's a double play. 2-3 in the book at home. Flash must have thought there were 3 outs or never knew the ball was put in play.
What looked like the Firefighters also deked out Mitchell at 2nd base, which is why he held on the bag for so long. Firefighters come away with the double play. Ben Dumb, 1 minute and 38 seconds as we now give you a little Grandma Gladiators.
So we have our first contestant, Tina, at 61 years young, and Cindy at 70. Alrighty, coming to the middle. 3, 2, 1, go! And they're fighting like crazy. Oh, I think she's on timeout. Hold on. Oh, she's twerking in her face. Oh my gosh. Wait, she does not look happy. Everyone. Oh, and the sweater's down. Here we go, grandmas. Oh, no. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop the fight. Here, Anaheim. Do we have a winner tonight? Is it Tina? Or is it Cindy? And we got our winner. Cindy at 70 years young. This was Fight Night Grandma Gladiator.
I wonder how those Gladiators would perform in a battle against Paul Mescal or Russell Crowe. Gage Voorhees, the new man on the mound for the Nanners, who lead 3-1 here in the 7th.
Facing off against his former team as he joined them in Washington, D.C. on July 13th of last year. They tagged him for 2 hits and 3 runs the first time he faced them a weekend ago. And for Voorhees, he has 11 points earned, 11 points lost this season. Trying to get that ratio more in his favor, but Stephen Cullen tags this one up the middle and collects his first hit of the season.
An ambush on the first offering from Voorhees tonight, who comes in with a 5-pitch mix. 4-seam, 2-seam, knuckle curve, slider, and a changeup. This is inside to Mason Maxwell. Firefighters right fielder destroyed the ball. Ground rule double, 1 hop over the 396 sign in center field his last time. That was against Dakota Stilts Albritton. Sends a rocket into his dugout. And a full count. As Leroy checks on Drew Yanesta, who was his collegiate Bananas teammate, summers of 2020 and 2021. This one back to Voorhees. To Cox, behind the back, transfer in time. Double play for the Nanners. Trick play for Ryan Cox.
And it's a big one for Ryan Cox. It puts him at 99 here in 2025. One away from becoming the first man to 100 this year.
That would make it 3 straight world tours where the Glove Magician is the first offender to 100 trick plays.
The only difference for Ryan Cox this season is that he would do it in far less games as Voorhees fields his position well and now has a 1-minute and 52nd inning of his own.
One of the most entertaining pitchers in Banana Ball. We'll be towing the slab when we come back. Matt Wolf will be flipping all over the mound. And here on YouTube, you get to see all the electric warm-up pitches from Matty Wolf. How about that little 1-6-3 double play TPO. Oh, that was a nice inning of work for Gage Voorhees. The pride of Joy, Oklahoma, Matt Wolf, in his 4th Banana Ball World Tour, 2nd with the Firefighters. Needs to put up a 0 to keep the deficit at just 2 for his boys. And here comes D.R. Meadows. Full capacity crowd here in Angel Stadium. Over 45,000 fans on hand, getting their hands together for David Ray Meadows. He gets a heater in on the hands for ball 1. And back to Wolf. Here come the tricks. Between the legs a handful of times. Fires a heater between the legs to Cullen. 2 pitches, 1 out.
I mean, the number of comebackers in this game has been unreal. The pitchers have been outstanding defensively. And now Matt Wolf already has 3 trick plays for the Firefighters. 1 has come at second base. The other 2 have come on the mound.
And Kyle Jackson can't believe Wolfie just fired that thing between the legs. Right down the chute. And right behind Kyle Jackson. In fact, it looks like it clipped his calf on the way by. Oh boy, KJ, one of our heartthrobs in Banana Land, writhing in pain. His teammates checking on him. Looks like he's going to be okay. Oh, he's okay. He's more than okay. He's going to be on the base paths for the third time tonight. The on-base percentage on the tour is now north of 500.
I'll tell you what, that's going to look real nice on a For You page.
The Manners have the inning-winning run aboard. We'll get it down to Jesse.
To bat, a 4-time All-Star and World Series champion and World Series MVP for your Anaheim Angels. Please welcome Troy Glaus.
What a special moment for the fans. What a special moment for Troy Glaus. Grew up in Tarzana, just down the road. Still holds the Angels single season record with 47 bombs back in 2000. And that one through the 6-hole! Troy Glaus! He's still got magic in that bat. What a banana ball debut.
When you see Adam Byron behind him in the first base coach's box, ecstatic to welcome Glaus to first. Picking up the base knock, still the greatest third baseman in Angels franchise history, and trying to deliver in a big way here in the 7th as Malachi Mitchell will take over for him on the base paths.
Matt Wolf loses the handle, and Robert Anthony Cruz, a daddy hack. A moonshot for the fans. They do not catch it. How about that for Troy Glaus? 13-year MLB career, finished up in 2010 with the Atlanta Braves. Told us in the locker room earlier today that he hasn't seen live pitching since 2010 in Atlanta.
And that was in the postseason.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
Got the starts in Game 2 and Game 4 of the NLDS. Oh my gosh, look out, Rack. Hat flying towards him, ball bouncing to Isaac Parra, who can't field it cleanly. KJ barreling around third. He will score the inning-winning run. Cruz earns the walk-off. And the Nanners up 4 points to 1.
This is what we saw when Matt Wolf pitched last weekend for the Firefighters. He was not picked up by his defense. It was a trick play missed from Parra that led to the Bananas scoring a walk-up against him. Now it's the error at second base that allows Kyle Jackson to score. But let's not forget, aided, of course, by Troy Glaus.
The Nanners say, let's get it pumping. We're up 3. What a job by Troy Glaus. A hit in his banana ball debut. And guess what, YouTube? You're about to get you some Sam Bauman. He's going to have a special guest. I doubt you could predict who.
Spam Sam in the chat.
Hey, Sam's in the chat, everybody, please. Let's see some Sams in the chat. I wanted to get to it earlier. I saw someone comment.
Sammy Waves. He's a Cali guy.
Sammy Waves. Good call. I saw someone say that if Banana Ball sent a team to Wisconsin, they should be the Cheeseheads. I think that'd be a really fun team. I think the person had Moose in their name. Could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I've been wrong tonight. All right, friends, we're about to be back. Here comes the moment. Thank you for spamming Sam's. I see a plethora of them.
Hey, welcome back to Banana Ball. Yeah, if you were guessing, this is the guy who was just out there. The big moment, Troy Gloss. Troy, you've been at this stadium with big crowds before. What did it mean to walk back out and hear the crowd?
You know, it was great. You know, I had some of my best years of my career here. Obviously, highlighted with winning the World Series. You know, I grew up an hour from here, so it's like this was my hometown team, and these are the fans that I love playing in front of. So it's been wonderful.
What was your expectation going up to the plate tonight? Had you been getting some swings in the cage to prepare for this?
Very low, to be perfectly honest. I hadn't had that bat in 15 years, so I was trying not to get hit, and then trying to get the first fastball I saw and try to hit it on the ground somewhere.
Troy, finally, where does this rank for you? I know you got the World Series MVP, but how does that hit feel?
You know what? It's great because my son's here, and he wasn't alive when I played. So this is the first time he's ever seen me play. So I'm glad I was able to get a hit and not embarrass him.
Certainly the farthest thing from it. Troy Gloss, thanks for spending some time with us. Congrats on the big hit. Vico, Josh, back to you guys.
Thank you, Sam. What a time to get the handoff. Ryan Cox just got his 100th trick play of the tour, and now Sam's sprinting out to talk to him.
It's the 4th of the night for Ryan Cox. His teammates all help fire him up, and now Sam's got Coxie.
Ryan Cox, that's trick play 100 for 2025. How's it feel?
It's a blessing. I'm happy to do it with my friends. We got 14 trick plays tonight. Bananas are winning. Blessed.
Ryan Cox, 100 trick plays in 2025.
Sam Bauman. That guy might just be the showman of the night.
That is a showman performance for me.
He's trying to steal it from Alexiadis.
Sammy freaking waves.
Oh, man, that is good stuff.
Get your MVP chance in those YouTube comments.
Lacey aboard. Spence skies this one to right. Long run. Jackson Olsen can't get there with the diving attempt. Lacey will stop at third. Perfectly placed looper from Spence, who has his first knock of the night. Olsen just a bit off. A+ for effort. And Dalton Cornett bounces that one right to Ty Jackson. Fine play by the Nanos extra hitter. DC3 trying to keep a 12-game hitting streak alive. That's how you do it. Hot shot, foul. Oh my goodness. Well struck by Cornett. The right field umpire, Toby Wilson, said it just missed the line.
What's late in this ballgame, the Firefighters could technically use their challenge to see if they want to look at this. And
oh my.
On first glance.
Wow.
There's the possibility that drew a little chalk.
Correct. It was definitely on the wrong side of the line.
But you can challenge fair and foul calls in Banana Ball.
Val Perez and company decide to hold their challenge for now. Not a lot of time to spend it, though. This game's getting late quickly. And Dalton Cornett, that's how you keep a hitting streak alive. It's up to 13 games. Boy, is he good at getting the barrel on the ball. And the Firefighters making it happen with 2 down. Top 3 guys in the order all reaching. Lacey pulls the fire alarm. Gets sprayed by Schill and Lang. You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby! Lacey has no idea, though. So Cornett now up to 3 runs driven in across 3 games played. Ball and a strike on Joe Lytle. Making a 1-2 count now. Chance for the fans. They've made 1 out in the stands so far tonight. That's the way it stays for now. By the way, shout out Zach Phillips. He's been wearing this Pluto hat since Wednesday at Disneyland. Chopper, Cox, behind the back glove flip. Olsen can't snag it with the bare hand. Spence is going to come on in from second. Shoddy defense by the Nanners. Firefighters double their lead in the inning.
I mean, in my book, it might be shoddy defense, but I think I lean hit there for Joe Lytle. Long way for Cox to range up the middle, and I don't really think he was necessarily going, or should be penalized, I should say, for trying a trick play that was really out of necessity to get that out.
It's a hit in the book. Kyle Jackson pulling off the professor. Nice stretch by Jones Jr. over at first. KJ to EJ, but 2 runs for the Firefighters. They've got a golden opportunity to claim their second point of the night. We'll see if it happens when we return. And YouTube, you get to experience some yellow. We'll toss it down to
Around the
Jesse.
stadium, everyone pull out your phone and turn on your flashlight, because we're all gonna light up the sky and join in and sing as loud as you can a little yellow. Here we go. Let me hear you. Keep it going. Here we go. We love you so much, Banana Nation. Now let's go, Bananas!
We turned off the lights in Angel Stadium, but the full capacity crowd turned all theirs on. Beautiful scenes during the break here in Anaheim. Over 45,000 fans on hand. This is the largest crowd we've ever had in an MLB stadium in Banana Ball history. It only trails the 3 football stadiums we've played in. And Johnny Hummel, guy who looks like he might be a dynamic closer for this Firefighter squad, makes his second career appearance.
He's so exciting for this team. His first ever inning that we saw a weekend ago was tossed in 2 minutes and 8 seconds, and he chalked up a strikeout as well. He averaged 14.1 strikeouts per 9 innings throughout his collegiate career at Erskine and the University of Kentucky. And pitching coach Corey Pye is super excited about Hummel and his elite closer potential, as he's even a guy who prides himself in his control on the mound and his love for Lightning McQueen, who you see on the mound.
Yeah, Johnny's coming off one of the best days in his life. A couple days ago at Disneyland, spent the majority of about 9 hours we had of free time in Cars Land. Naturally, hanging out at Flo's. And wow, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Nasty slider sends Alexiadis back to the dugout.
3 pitches for Hummel. Now Lightning getting some action. That is a K with a capital Ka-chow.
That is a nasty bender. It's a 3-pitch mix. Fastball, curveball, slider. The slider can be pretty cuttery. And that was a nasty hook right there. Hummel sits high 80s, low 90s with the heat. A converted catcher to pitcher. And as soon as he transferred over to full-time pitching at Erskine, absolute dominance. It worked in the Conference Carolinas, and then it worked at Kentucky in the SEC. He's a strikeout machine. 2-2 count on the hardest man to strike out in Banana Land. Ryan Cox shows you why right there. Spoils the fastball. That one nearly caught in a hat. But juggled and dropped. Another life for Coxie. 9 sprints compared to just 3 strikeouts on the tour. Whoa, there's that big curveball. Just misses the outside corner. Dalton Cornette wanted the punch out. Instead, we'll get a payoff. Fastball misses wide. And Cox is going to take a big turn and then reverse course back to first. Ball 4 sprint defense has been superb for the Firefighters.
Yeah, and I think Cox is pretty content with being the inning-tying run on first base. One big swing from EJ, and it negates the Firefighters collecting a point here prior to the final inning. But before we get a look at Eric Jones Jr., it's time to check out tonight's Bat Boy.
Oh, dynamite work from the youngster. EJ continues to see the ball extremely well. Blasted a ball, rolled an E7 in the second inning. That was a walk-off. It was probably hit 105, 110 miles an hour. Tough one to read, though, for Liam Spence in left, not a natural left fielder. As this one, a home run in an elevator shaft, shallow left. Green going out and making the catch as he falls onto his rump.
The shortstop is the captain of the infield. That is a good call by Caden Green, who looked like he was nearly about to collide with Logan Lacey before the third baseman gave way, and Green came away with the tumbling snag.
So EJ now 1 for 3 on the night, and Dalton Malden bounces that one foul. Couple walk-offs, though, for Eric Jones Jr. Smashed the ball in the 5th as well. That one was a double. And this is going to be extra bases for Dalton Malden. Played well off the bounce from Spence. Cox gets the stop sign for Maceo Harrison at third. The songbird of our generation with a 2-bagger. Now the inning tying run on second with 2 down.
Well, that banana ball hugged the third base line and now winds up the second extra base hit for Malden this season, his first double, as he previously collected a triple for this team.
The inning in the hands of Jackson Olsen. Johnny Hummel trying to earn the 2nd point on the night for the Firefighters. This is where pitching is so tough in banana ball. Hey, liner down the line. Jackie comes through in the clutch once again. He brings home Cox and Malden. He's thinking about 3 bases. He's gonna have them. 2-run triple. And how about this Nanner squad with 2 outs tonight? They have been relentless.
Yeah, you talk about triples. That is Olsen's 3rd in 2025. And now we have seen him red hot. He was 3 for 5 in Kansas City, now 2 for 3 tonight, and with 3 runs batted in.
I was going to mention that 4 balls ties the inning. Should have known better with Olsen. That guy loves to hack. I'll tell you what, a triple ties the inning as well. And now the inning-winning run 90 feet away. Excellent stop by Dalton Cornette. Ty Jackson entered the night with 2 walk-offs, tied with Jackie. Olsen has separated himself with his inning winner back in the 3rd. Ty trying to catch up. Bouncer to Lacey, bobbled. Jackson's got great speed, not a chance. There's his 3rd walk-off of the tour. The Nanners flip the script in the 8th. Down 2 runs, they score 3, all of them with 2 outs. And it is a dominating 5-1 lead going to our final inning where every run counts as a point.
Well, the Bananas have, of course, hit very well with 2 outs in tonight's game, but it's the 3rd walk-off the Bananas have earned on a Firefighters error tonight. We saw EJ collect one in the 2nd, Cruz with one last inning, and now the error from Lacey translates into Ty Jackson's walk-off.
You put the ball in play, folks. Good things will happen. This is what going to the final inning in Banana Ball means. As I mentioned, every run scored will count as a point, and if we're tied at the end of it, we will head to showdowns. We saw both games last weekend in Albuquerque, New Mexico between the Party Animals and Tailgaters go to showdowns. A couple epic games there. And tonight, it's going to be a special evening for Austin Krasminski. Former Los Angeles Angels minor leaguer, made it up to AAA in Salt Lake City, Utah, has pitched twice here in Angel Stadium in live at-bats. Pitched against Shohei Ohtani. And it was a dream come true for Krem, and now he's made it to the Big A in a very unique way through his college summer baseball team, a 2017 Collegiate Banana before the Angels signed him. And now he's here with the Nanners.
Tasked with pitching the 9th, now in a non-save situation. Krem got all the way up to AAA with the Angels in 2019, and across his minor league career had a 3.08 minor league earned run average with 167 strikeouts. It's honestly remarkable that he kind of slipped through the cracks and fell in the lap of the Savannah Bananas, as he has 2 wins and 2 losses this season, but more importantly, has a 147 ERA plus, indicating he has been 47% better than the TOR average arm this year.
Now, I'm not a Major League Baseball talent evaluator, but if a guy's got a 3.08 ERA across 199 innings pitched in minor league baseball, I think I'm just going to keep elevating him and see if it ever changes. What's the problem?
And I mean, he throws gas on the pitcher's mound. He is one of the most powerful arms in Banana Ball right now, and this, again, is very special for him. I saw him before the game, and he had the old Angels jersey up in his locker for this weekend.
Well, that's the key right there. Krem usually sits about 92 to 94. He can touch 96. It's serious gas, just not for MLB talent evaluators anymore. He's got a nasty slider, a filthy changeup. He'll throw any pitch in any count. He's already got Stephen Cullen in an 0-2 hole. And look out. That is cheese right at the eyes. Cullen, Maxwell, and Bridges. And that one back up the middle. What an at-bat. Stephen Cullen shortening up the swing. Firefighters are in the business of base runners. They need 3 guys to reach before they can think about tying this game.
Well, Cullen's got swing and miss in his bat, but when he gets bat on ball, it's usually falling for hits. Last season, he had a 447 average on balls in play.
Pretty astronomical. Mason Maxwell trying to keep the line moving. 1-1 count. Got to look there at the calendar crew. New addition to the Banana Ball cast at every Firefighters game. This one squib to third. Kyle Jackson only has 1 play. It's at first. He makes it. Extraordinary stuff from KJ. Oh no, the ball squibbed away from Eric Jones Jr., son of a gun. I swore that thing was secured in the mitt, so now 2 on, no down, and it's golden batter time.
Batter rule. Hitting in the place of Noah Bridges is the Firefighters' golden batter, Joe Lytle.
Fascinating decisions being made here in the 9th inning from the Firefighters coaching staff. They send Joe Lytle, a terrific hitter, up to the dish, but they opt not to use Logan Lacey, who's 2 for 2 in his golden batter at bats so far this year. and is one of the best hitters in a small sample size in Banana Ball history.
I mean, looking at things strictly as they pertain to tonight's ball game, Lacey 0 for 3 with the steal of first, but Lytle has a double, a single, and 2 runs batted in.
Back up the middle, this could be 2. Olsen flips to Cox, there's 1, there's 2. A twin killing to dispatch the Golden Batter. A run scores. It's 5-2, but the Firefighters down to their final out.
And the Bananas are certainly going to take that. You see Ryan Cox pointing to his head. There was no trick play there. Reason he's pointing to his head is he knows that this game means more to the Bananas in terms of collecting a win rather than getting another trick play or 2, as they're already at 15 in tonight's ball game.
That's bloody. They've had their trick play outs. Now they're trying to get their W. Caden Green stands in their way. Takes a heater right down Broadway. Slow tapper, Kyle Jackson attacking. Over to first in time. And the Nanners are 3-0 against the Firefighters on the tour. Austin Krasminski locks it down. We'll have a chance to make it a 2-game sweep in Angels Stadium tomorrow night.
Well, we saw it last Saturday. Zach Phillips, the former Royals minor leaguer, was able to help seal a win for the Bananas over the Firefighters at Kauffman Stadium. Now Krem, the former Angels farmhand, helps them collect the win here in Anaheim, as the Bananas were utterly dominant, but also benefited from some shoddy defense tonight from the Firefighters.
Firefighters team that only made 1 error across the 2-game set last weekend in Kansas City. 3 of the 5 points the Bananas earned tonight were on walk-offs on Firefighters errors. Untimely defensive miscues. And the Bananas starting to catch fire.
This has been one of the most electric crowds we've been on all tour. You guys have been unbelievable. We are not done yet. After the show, we will continue.
While Jesse Cole talks to the crowd here in Anaheim, we'll get it down to SB with our showman of the game.
Hey, Big O Josh. What a way to end our night in SoCal with my bro pal Reese Alexiadis as showman of the night. Reese, what is it about playing in home that just elevated your game today?
Well, I'm from here. The surf is good here. You wouldn't know anything about it, bruh.
Despite that diss, Reese, I'm going to keep interviewing you. The tornado catch back full effect tonight. What was working for you out there?
You know, we were just sending it. Out here in the hometown crowd, we got family in the stands, my sister up there somewhere, and we just had to send it.
Reese, what do you think you guys are going to continue to do to be successful tomorrow so we can leave SoCal feeling so great about the Bananas?
We're going to get back to the basics. Catch the ball, throw the ball, hit the ball. Simple as that. And then we're going to win.
Vico, Josh, our showman of the night, Reese Alexiadis, makes the simple look super, bro.
Thanks, SB. Thank you so much from Reese Alexiadis. Man, that is Emmy-worthy stuff for Mr. Bauman. Super Reese, the showman of the night. The hits equal between the 2 teams. The trick plays dominant for the Nanners over the Firefighters. And the errors end up being the difference in this one.
Well, we saw what really made the difference for Alexiadis was his outstanding defense, and it started with him collecting the 2nd out of the ball game with an unbelievable diving catch in right center field, and then he got in with the trick play talents, had the tornado catch, and then tried another on for size, converting that one successfully. He did everything right, even getting his teammate DR Meadows in on the action, and then collected a single, stole a base, scored a run. It was a well-rounded effort for Reese Alexiadis, and it all translated into another Bananas win over the Firefighters.
The run scored from Alexiadis was the inning-winning run in the 5th. That ended up being the difference in this ball game. We welcome you back inside the booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Thank you all so much for spending your Big Tiger Friday with us here in virtual Banana Land. The Nanners, after having a lot of trouble with the Party Animals across the final 11 games they played against their arch rival, they are really enjoying playing a very talented Firefighter squad.
Well, I have to be honest, the offense is probably still not where they would like it to be, even though they hit a lot better tonight compared to what we saw in Kansas City. But it's the pitching that has improved dramatically against the Firefighters. There's just so much control, more consistent strikes that you're seeing from Banana's arms, and also the defense behind them has just been spectacular. Not only were the Bananas great from a trick play standpoint, but the Firefighters hit into 3 double plays tonight that really killed some rallies that they had going. We even saw it with Joe Lytle and his golden batter at bat in the 9th inning, and those were the keys to the Bananas claiming the win yet again here in Angel Stadium.
We'll be back in action tomorrow night once again on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus, and the Party Animals and Tailgaters will be back in action tomorrow night on the Party Animals YouTube as well. Cannot wait to see you there. Shout out our executive producer Yvonne Trezak, our director Chad Reese, our guys down on the field Zach and SB. For Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala saying, see you later!